was born in Los Angeles, California in 1898. He was raised in the Los Angeles area when it was still very much a part of the Western frontier. Late in his life, while evaluating his own works, Odell wrote, "The sound of the sea and the feel of the frontier was in my books." By his death in 1989, Odell had written 26 children's books. Island of the Blue Dolphins was his first children's book, and it was not published until 1960. This historical fiction book was based on the story of a woman who had been stranded alone on an island off the coast of Southern California from 1835 to 1853. Island of the Blue Dolphins won Odell his first of 4 Newbery Awards, and it made him internationally known as a writer of historical fiction. In 1982, Scott Odell and Zena Sutherland established the Scott Odell Award for Historical Fiction. This award is given to an author for an outstanding work of historical fiction that is written for children or young adults. The winning book must be written by a United States citizen, published in the United States, and have a setting for the story in North America, South America, or Central America. Odell established this award to encourage other writers to focus on historical fiction. He wanted to increase the interest of young readers in the historical events that helped shape their country and their world.
Today I'm going to compare 2 Odell historical fiction novels. One is called One Crazy Summer, written by Rita Williams Garcia, and the other one is called Chickadee, written by Louise Erdrich. Both stories are cultural in nature. One dealt with African American culture and the other one the American Indian culture. The language in Chickadee is the language of the Ojibwe Indians. The author uses this language throughout. The language in One Crazy Summer is sprinkled with Ebonics throughout. In Chickadee, the grandmother reminds the little Chickadee, which is the name of the Indian boy in the story, that small things have great power. And the Chickadee always takes good care of his family and has great purpose and meaning. Likewise, in One Crazy Summer, 11-year-old Delphine has to take care of her siblings. Both stories are similar in that the children in both stories have been separated from their mothers. Like other Indian tribes, the Ojibwe allied themselves to French militarily and economically. There is also the French language in Chickadee. They traded with the French who entered the Great Lakes in the 1660s, and their desire to obtain European trade goods drove the Ojibwe to expand westward into Lake Superior to find richer fur-bearing lands. The author of Chickadee mentions fur trading throughout, especially in the part where the uncle finds Chickadee, who had been kidnapped from some mean Indians. And eventually, his uncle Quill, after he's done his fur training, returns Chickadee back to his brother McCoons and his family. The historical content of One Crazy Summer, set during 1966 in Oakland, California, during the tumultuous civil rights movement. The author used real names within this fiction, names like Bobby Hutton and Huey Newton. Bobby was a treasurer and first recruit to join the Black Panthers. Huey was the co-founder of the Black Panthers. Phrases like "Remember Bobby" and "Free Huey" were in the text. Bobby was killed by Oakland Police Department. Huey was the other co-founder of the Black Panthers. Huey was put in jail for embezzling $600,000 of state aid to the Panther-founded Oakland Community Center. The main setting for Delphine and her siblings in this historical fiction during their visit with their mother in Oakland is at the Black Panthers Community Center. Here the three sisters get a radical education that paints the Black Panther Party in a positive light, showing the good deeds they do, such as feeding the poor children. The children at the center will soon participate in a rally to protest the injustices of Bobby Hutton and Huey Newton. So this fiction does intertwine the truths from the Black Panther movement. I would recommend either story.
Clay clouds. Good thing the plane had seatbelts, and we'd been strapped in tight before takeoff. Without them, the last jolt would have been enough to throw Vanetta into orbit and Fern across the aisle. Still, I anchored myself and my sisters best as I could to brace us for whatever came next. Those clouds weren't through with us yet and dealt us another Cassius Clay left and right jab to the body of our Boeing 727. Vanetta shrieked and stuck her thumb in her mouth. Fern bit down on Miss Pattycake's plastic arm. I kept my whimper to myself. It was bad enough my insides squeezed in and stretched out like a monkey's grinder's accordion. No need to let anyone know how frightened I was. I took a breath so that my mouth finally opened. I sound like myself and not like some scared rabbit. It's just the clouds bumping, I told my sisters. Like they bumped over Detroit and Chicago and Denver. Vanetta pulled out her thumb out of her mouth and put her head in her lap. Fern held on to Miss Pattycake. They listened to me. We pushed our way up in the clouds. The clouds get mad and push back. Like you and Fern fighting over red and gold crayons. I didn't know about clouds fighting and pushing back for a fact, but I had to tell my sisters something. As long as Vanetta kept her fear to one shriek and Fern kept on hers to biting Miss Pattycake, I kept on spinning straw and making everything right. That's mainly what I do. Keep Vanetta and Fern in line. The last thing Pa and Big Ma want is to hear how we made a grand Negro spectacle of ourselves 30,000 feet up in the air around all these white people. You know how Pa is, I told them. No way he'd put us on this plane if it were dangerous. They halfway believed me, just as I had the soft plastic arm out of Fern's mouth. Those Cassius clouds fighting clouds threw our 727 another jab.